So students, next topic we will discuss under hemolytic anemia is sickle cell anemia. We have already discussed about extravascular, intravascular hemolysis, thalassemia, and next we will discuss about sickle cell anemia. Now the first thing students you need to know here is the pathogenesis. So what is the pathogenesis of sickle cell anemia? Yes, it is a type of hemoglobinopathy. Very important, it is a type of hemoglobinopathy. That means it is a disorder of hemoglobin. तो क्या हुआ है hemoglobin को? Hemoglobin में एक point mutation हो गया है. What is the point mutation here? Basically, there has been a replacement of glutamate. Glutamate has been replaced by valine at 6th position of बीटा चेन ऑफ ग्लोबिन. तो क्या हुआ, आपके एडल्ट हीमोग्लोबिन में क्या होता है? 2 अल्फा चेन होती है, 2 बीटा चेन होती है. सो एडल्ट हीमोग्लोबिन हैज 2 अल्फा एंड 2 बीटा चेन. In this beta chain, there has been a point mutation where glutamate has been replaced by valine. So the mnemonic you all know, go is gone, है ना? जा कौन रहा है? G, gone. Glutamate is replaced by welcome, valine. ठीक है. अब एक और तरीका है to memorize this, that it is valine, it is vela, it cannot function properly. So the hemoglobin which has been formed due to this replacement of glutamate by valine is not functional as the normal adult hemoglobin. तो ये HbS बना, ठीक है. This HbS has some physicochemical properties because of which it develops sticky patches on itself, right, and has a tendency to form polymerized complexes under the deoxygenated state. तो जब ऑक्सीजन नहीं मिलता है अच्छे से, under the normal oxygenated state, there is a normal blood flow and there is a normal flow of this type of hemoglobin. But अब जब deoxygenated हो गया, then there is a tendency of these HbS molecules to polymerize together and result in a formation of a complex that does not allow the normal flow of the blood and thus leads to a condition of vaso-occlusive crisis. Vaso-occlusive crisis हो गया है. Vaso means blood vessel, occlusion हो गया है inside the blood vessel, because of which there will be multiple clinical manifestations. In fact, this is the most common crisis in a patient of sickle cell anemia, leading to dactylitis, that is involving the small digits of hands and feet. Okay. Along with that, there is infarction necrosis of digits. Number 3 will be fish mouth vertebrae due to the involvement of vertebral artery. There will be fish mouth vertebrae. Right? What other findings can be seen due to this vaso-occlusive crisis? Along with that, acute chest syndrome. Acute chest syndrome. Right? Then along with that, acute chest syndrome हो गया, crew cut skull appearance. ठीक है, ये सब क्यों हो रहा है? Due to vaso-occlusive crisis. Now, apart from that, very important will be the autosplenectomy. ठीक है, autosplenectomy occurs. So what happens is basically these abnormal hemoglobin molecules are normally cleared off by the reticuloendothelial system or macrophages inside the spleen. ठीक है, so inside the spleen. So initially the spleen is trying hard to get cleared of these abnormal hemoglobin molecules. So yes, initially there will be splenomegaly. Initially you will see splenomegaly, but due to recurrent episodes after a few years of this recurrent trial of clearing your body of this abnormal hemoglobin molecules, at a stage due to this over functioning, the spleen will be replaced by a fibrous band, right, and thus that will lead to autosplenectomy in these children. ठीक है, autosplenectomy, very important. That's why splenectomy is not indicated in these patients, as the spleen itself is undergoing fibrosis after the recurrent trial of getting your body rid of this abnormal hemoglobin molecules. ठीक है. Next, very important is, so let's have a look. This is vaso-occlusive crisis. Here you can see this is the normal RBCs, but here due to this physicochemical properties and decreased solubility of these HBS molecules, है ना, उतने अच्छे से तो soluble नहीं है, polymerize कर रहे हैं. So due to decreased solubility of HBS molecules and increased tendency to form complex polymerized complexes, ठीक है, these result in the formation of this sickle cell RBCs, also called as drepanocytes, under peripheral blood film examination. So this is the normal oxygenated state, whereas in deoxygenated state they result in the formation of these boat-shaped RBCs and resulting in this vaso-occlusive crisis. Along with that, sequestration crisis can be seen. So these are the names of crisis, and very, very important, on which the question is asked, is aplastic crisis develops due to infection of your erythroid precursors. With which infection? Parvovirus infection. Recurrently asked question, aplastic crisis can develop due to infection of erythroid precursors by parvovirus infection. So the clinical manifestations will be due to vaso-occlusion, along with that aplastic crisis. So due to vaso-occlusion, multiple features such as dactylitis, fish mouth vertebrae, so vertebral involvement, retinopathy can develop. Okay, along with that, acute chest syndrome can develop. These all are due to vaso-occlusive crisis, right? So you can see here involvement of digits of hands and foot, dactylitis, small bones of hands and foot are involved. Then this is typical fish mouth appearance. Along with that, crew-cut skull appearance can be seen. So these are all due to vaso-occlusive crisis, which is the most common crisis in patients of sickle cell anemia. ठीक है, उसके बाद हम आते हैं manifestations are clear. What are the factors which increases sickling? Yes, what are the factors which will increase sickling? So increasing the sickling will be deoxygenation. We have already discussed that these HBS molecules have a tendency to form polymerized complexes under the deoxygenated state. So deoxygenated state, decreased pH or acidosis, then HBS. Higher the HBS concentration, more will be the sickling effect. Whereas which factor will decrease sickling? Decreases sickling. Answer will be HBF, and that is the reason drug hydroxyurea is very important, because it increases HBF concentration and thus decreases sickling. And that is the reason why in first 6 months of life the child does not show many symptoms, because it is the predominant concentration of HbF which is present, right? As the HbF is replaced with adult hemoglobin, an increased tendency of HBS molecule to form the sickling effect, the clinical features will start appearing. And it is by 5 years of age that these children usually show autosplenectomy or replacement of the spleen by this fibrous band. So till 5 years the body is trying hard to get your body cleared of these abnormal hemoglobin molecules by the reticuloendothelial system of spleen. But 5 साल के बाद spleen बोलता है बस I cannot function anymore. Now I have been completely replaced by this fibrous band and the spleen has now undergone autosplenectomy. Is it clear? Autosplenectomy. Now let's come to the diagnosis aspect. Very important is the peripheral blood film finding. Now what will you see under peripheral blood film? You will see the presence of these sickle cells or boat-shaped cells, which are also called as drepanocytes. Drepanocytes or boat-shaped or sickle-shaped RBCs. Another thing you can remember here is the screening test, which is the sodium metabisulfite test. Sodium metabisulfite test. What happens is it is basically a reducing agent. It is a reducing agent and thus it can cause a deoxygenated state and will increase sickling. It will increase sickling, right? So what happens is you put a drop of the sodium metabisulfite on your PBF slide and you can better appreciate sickling under the microscope. So this is the sickling test. This is a screening test for sickle cell anemia. Now if I ask you which is the screening test of choice, for all hemoglobinopathies, सारी हीमोग्लोबिनोपैथीज को अगर हमें स्क्रीन करना है, सो व्हाट इज माय स्क्रीनिंग टेस्ट ऑफ चॉइस? आंसर विल बी hemoglobin electrophoresis. So hemoglobin electrophoresis is the screening test of choice. Whereas if I ask you which is the investigation of choice for all hemoglobinopathies, what will be your answer? Answer will be HPLC. So all these are questions. This is the screening test or sickling test for sickle cell anemia only. Screening test for all hemoglobinopathies, hemoglobin electrophoresis. Investigation of choice for all hemoglobinopathies, HPLC. Right? So is it clear? So till now we have discussed about peripheral blood film finding. Let me tell you what other findings we will see on peripheral blood film, right? So because this is sickle cell anemia, definitely trypanocytes or bowl-shaped RBCs will be seen. But along with that, what you will see is, number one, you will see anisopoikilocytosis, variation in shape and size of RBCs. Number two, because it is a type of hemolytic anemia, we have discussed what features you will see: polychromasia, NRBCs, some fragmented RBCs or schistocytes can be seen, right, pointing towards hemolytic anemia. Okay, apart from that, you can see few teardrop RBCs, Howell-Jolly bodies, few target cells can be seen. But very important, sickle cells will be seen, है ना? Sickle cells दिखेंगे, trypanocytes दिखेंगे. Right, so these are the peripheral blood film finding in a patient of sickle cell anemia. Now let's come to osmotic fragility test. We have already discussed in detail that this osmotic fragility, it will be increasing in a case of hereditary spherocytosis, and thus the curve is shifted to right, whereas the osmotic fragility is decreased in sickle cell anemia and thalassemia major, and thus the curve is shifted to left. So what will happen to osmotic fragility here? Because we are discussing about sickle cell anemia, osmotic fragility will be low. Next, we will see hemoglobin electrophoresis, which is the screening test of choice, right, for all hemoglobinopathy. So what will you see in a case of sickle cell anemia? Yes, HbA moves faster towards anode and HbS moves faster towards cathode. So let's have a look at this graph. So here this is anode and this is cathode. So where will HbA move? It will move faster towards anode. So this is typical HbA molecule. This is HbA molecule, and in fact this is normal. So 95% of adult hemoglobin is HbA. Right, so this is the normal one where the predominant fraction will be HbA. Sickle cell anemia में predominant fraction क्या होगा? HbS, which will be moving faster towards cathode, but it will be single because predominant population is of HbS. लेकिन sickle cell trait में तो दोनों का combination है, it is HbA as well as HbS. तो एक fraction आपको HbA में भी दिखेगा, HbS में भी दिखेगा. So that you will call it as sickle cell trait. So I hope it is clear. Sickle cell anemia में एक band होगा in the region of HbS, faster moving towards cathode. So a region band closer to cathode. Whereas normal में तो adult की तरफ होगा because it is predominant HbA, and in sickle cell trait 2 bands will be seen. ठीक है, sickle cell trait के अंदर 2 bands will be seen. Very important, very important. ठीक है, नॉर्मल में कितने दिखेगा? एक बैंड दिखेगा, बट HbA के रीजन में दिखेगा. ठीक है, सिकल सेल एनीमिया और डिजीज में भी एक बैंड दिखेगा, लेकिन HbS के रीजन में दिखेगा. आई होप इट इज क्लियर. Moving on to the next, we will see HPLC, right? And this is the investigation of choice for all hemoglobinopathies. And here you can see a peak in the region of HbS. So this is a patient of sickle cell anemia. So I hope it is clear. You have understood, number one, the pathogenesis. Number two, you have understood the clinical manifestations. Number three, we have seen the test for diagnosis. We have seen what is the treatment here. We can give hydroxyurea. We have seen the factors which increase and decrease sickling. One another important point is, what are the factors which provide protection of a human against Plasmodium falciparum infection? तो कौन से factors होंगे? Yes, number 1 will be sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, G6PD deficiency, pyruvate kinase deficiency. Right, so these are the factors which will provide protection against Plasmodium falciparum infection.